To cybersecurity now more than ever before. Jeff Bell, our Chief Information Security Officer, will shed some light on this topic today. While these disruptive technologies may greatly enhance and transform our day-to-day experiences and behaviors, we need to make continuous and conscious efforts to stay connected within our own inner core. Attention must be given to make these transformations useful to us, useful to our societies, and humanity at large. In this context, Prashant Vasu, partner at McKinsey & Company, will introduce us to a disruptive inner technology known around the world as heartfulness meditation, which fosters a way to heart-inspired transformation creativity. I would also like to acknowledge that I personally feel fortunate and blessed to be one of the direct beneficiaries of what he is going to be sharing with us all today. At this time, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Mr. John Fleming, Principal Commercials Officer of U.S. Consulate, Chennai. As a fellow U.S. citizen, on behalf of U.S.-owned company and all our employees around the world, I thank you, sir, for gracefully accepting our invitation, and we are very happy to have you here with us today. In closing, I welcome all our delegates and our associates here today, and looking forward to the interactive, inspiring, and lively sessions ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
Such a big consular district is that I get to travel around and meet people and companies, both American and Indian. This past year, I have traveled to all parts of the Southern Consular District, and Sri Lanka. I've witnessed firsthand the excitement of the U.S.-India relationship and people-to-people ties. I've seen the impact of our people and our programs and what they can do. I've seen the great promise of our strategic partnership and what clearly has become the critical strategic alliance of the 21st century. The past year has seen a few U.S. delegations and trade missions come to India, but we are especially proud of the first ever business delegation we led to Sri Lanka. This was made possible by joining forces with your company, HTC. Being U.S. headquartered, HTC is a unique and long-standing global services company that has expanded all over the globe during the last 27 years. This exceptional and one-off event will address the importance of leveraging the latest technologies and their significance for various industries. It will focus on a few key aspects of the latest technology areas and how these enable organizations to stay ahead in the competition. Let me say a few words about telehealth. It is highly inspiring to see telehealth globally making a very big mark in bringing healthcare facilities to remote and rural areas having nearly zero adequate healthcare facilities. Telehealth economically and effectively delivers required levels of healthcare services in addition to numerous healthcare wellness programs. It is drastically transforming the way healthcare is provided and is rapidly spreading due to its flexibility, convenience, and focus on wellness. This focus on wellness plays a major role in maintaining health and proactively preventing diseases rather than treating sickness. I can imagine the wide healthcare gap between cities and rural areas getting bridged through telehealth. Entire populations in rural and remote areas will benefit immensely from this technology. Telehealth is not a luxury. It is a critical and urgent need, and it will take the healthcare industry to the next level. Now a few words about artificial intelligence.
That is empty, suddenly observes something that is happening real time, and a theory spawns, whether it be Marie Curie, whether it be the falling of the proverbial apple of Newton, and so forth. Also, if we study the neuroscience of the brain, there are supposed to be 3 layers in the brain. The first is called the neocortex, which is the outer layer, and apparently that is the one. I'm no doctor, but I'm saying all this more from reading. That is the part of the brain that is actually responsible for creativity. There is the second part, which is called the limbic system, which is more responsible for our emotional states. And then there is the deeper third layer, which is the oldest part of the brain, that is more responsible for our survival. It is activated by what we all commonly know as adrenaline, the amygdala, etc. And that's more responsible for survival. So when we are given a shock, the part of the brain that first responds is that. So it is said that creativity, research suggests that creativity happens best when there is least interference from both the limbic system and, secondly, the oldest part of the brain. Least interference from these 2 layers to the neocortex layer. So this is one set of research facts for all of us around the neuroscience of creativity. The second set of research facts is even more intriguing. It is about the role that meditation plays in creating a state of, if you will, inward orientation that we spoke about. Number 2, of heightened awareness and spontaneity. And number 3, long-standing meditators are known to have least interference from both the oldest part of the brain and are known to enjoy a greater degree of balance in the limbic system, so that the interference with the creative process is the least. There is strong emerging research on each of these aspects that establishes meditation as
in Sydney, and then we have operations in Melbourne. These are our global facilities. Our world headquarters is in Troy, Michigan. And we have APAC headquarters here, right in Gindi, in Chennai here. And our IT delivery centers in MEPS. We have a delivery center in Hyderabad. We have a BPO campus in Chennai. And what you see there, our data center in USA, which is the world-class data center, a tier 3 data center, in a LEED certified building, hosting IT infrastructure for many of our hospital clients and a few other clients, colleges, and a few other industries. And then we have a healthcare campus in US, in Troy, Michigan, 15-floor building dedicated for healthcare services. These are the centers of excellence with HTC, applications development, maintenance, re-engineering of applications, testing, all aspects of testing, ECM and BPM, electronic content management and business process management. And then we have a big practice in data management and analytics, including big data. We work with many of our partners, IBM especially. ERPs and EHRs, multiple ERPs and multiple electronic medical record systems. We have practice in CRM and analytics and marketing. And we have big infrastructure services, managing the infrastructure of the clients hosted in their environments, hosted in our environments, remotely and on-site. And business process outsourcing in the publishing industry, and a service desk in the hospital industry, provisioning services, travel and expense management services in F&A, accounts payables, accounts receivables, order to cash, procure to pay, and record to report. These are all services.